Hi there, this is Justin with Goodland Plumbing. Today is Thursday, November 6th, 2025. Right now it's about 2 in the afternoon. We're here at 1542 Ramona Lane for Teresa Williams. Today we are cameraing the sewer lateral due to a slip inspection from the city of Montecito. Right now this is going to be our second recording. For the sewer lateral. Our initial recording was going from a exterior clean out from the primary house down the back side of the two cottages and then out to our city connection. We were only able to get out about, I believe, 138 feet just before our city connection. So today we hopped to another clean out at the third cottage, kind of off at the corner of the property. Right now we are cameraing out about 128 feet out from this third cottage's exterior cleanout, where we are at our city connection in the middle of the road. I believe the road it is tying in is Miramar. We're going to be pulling back against flow from this connection point to our cleanout, just to get an idea of what this section of line looks like, and then also to get a complete inspection recording of the recommended replacement section of line. Right now, like I said, we're at our city connection about 6'8" deep in Miramar, pulling back against flow. We're coming through our clay Y and around a slight change in direction. As you can see right here, about 126 feet out, we have a pretty good sized root intrusion growing in this section of clay. From here, pretty much pulling from the middle of Miramar back up through our driveway. You also see a pretty good sized root intrusion growing in this bottom section of pipe, right here around 120 feet out. As you saw, that guy was running down the length of the pipe. Right here, about 115, we've got some real small root intrusions growing in that joint. Back here, about 110, we have our another root intrusion. This guy a little bit more substantial than the last. It also looks like there might be a crack at the top of this section of pipe. And right here, we're coming around a slight change in direction, kind of at the end of the driveway. And then right here, about 107 feet out, we are transitioning from clay to ABS as we pull back into the kind of the yard area by our first cottage unit. As we pull back here, around 104 feet, and since covered up. Front gate through the yard towards the bush. Right here, about 84 feet out, you are going to see on the right hand side of the pipe, this is going to be our first cottage tie-in, as well as our primary house residency. recorded on our first video. Runs behind the first and second cottage back up towards the primary house. So pull back here around 83 feet out. We are transitioning from ABS to this section is kind of running along the walkway by the first cottage. Right here, just after we come through that change in direction, right around 70 feet out, you will see at the top of the screen there's going to be a tie-in. This is going to be our secondary cottage, the one just in between the first cottage and primary residency. This is where this guy's going to be tying in at. From here, we run from the middle of the walkway just next to our first cottage. We're going to be running back towards this third cottage at the corner of the property. Right here, about 21 feet out, I believe we're going to have a one-way clean-out tie-in, followed by another one-way clean-out tie-in. And then right here, about 19 feet out, we are transitioning from clay to ABS as we pull back underneath this third cottage. Here, we're going to be pulling back underneath the unit, and we're going to be coming through a series of changes in direction. As you'll see right here, I believe we have our kitchen tie-in. And then right here, I believe possible lav or shower tie-in. Or sorry, toilet tie-in. Right here, about 5 feet toilet tie-in. And then right here is going to be lab or shower tie-in as well. And here, we're going to be coming up and out of our end-of-line cleanout. This is our cleanout located at the corner of the third cottage here. Our lines, it's a little hard to tell, but our line is running from here underneath this section towards the corner of the cottage, and then out this way towards our front gate just over there. This is going to be the end of this recording. I believe we should have most of the information we need. So this is going to be the end of video and recording.